Welcome back, episode 5. Got something that looks a little bit like a scooter. Shall we take a look? Yes, this is the painting episode. So before we get to work on the painting, it is dry fit day. So all of the plastics all fitted back on. Make sure that we don't have any problems. And we're all looking pretty good. Not fully tightened down, but yeah, we're good enough. We're good enough. Just make sure that we don't have any problems. And we are looking good. Pretty happy. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be careful when I'm reassembling. When it's all painted, it's gonna be bloody easy to scratch it. But yeah, we are good. So yeah, good to go. So right then. I'm going to get this area made up into a little bit of a spray booth. I'm going to get that swing off there, push that into the corner, some tarpaulins, use my ladders, bit of a roof, some tarpaulins in here, some plastic, cover the floor I think, a lot of dust down there from the blasting, so yeah. Right then, we've got a fine day tomorrow, no rain. So we're going to get the plastic primer on tomorrow, possibly even the filler primer on the frame. Until then, tomorrow is just another day. See you in a bit. Hey up, my ducks. Right, it's a couple of weeks later now since we finished that priming. The curse of the British summer came and hit us. It's been a lot of rain, so I've been working in my garage quite a lot. Beautiful day today, right, the garden. Probably going to do a lot of jumping and cutting because next door's got a digger in doing a bit of work, so there's going to be quite a bit of background noise, so I'll try and leave that out. Anyway, how did we do with the priming? Good and bad, really. We did have some issues, but nothing that we couldn't overcome. All of the plastic parts have now been flattered and ready for top coat. A lot of work's gone into them. This is the last part to go. This is the front mudguard. Probably one of the easiest panels to do, actually. It's just all one shape. There's no intricate parts on it. So I thought I'd do this in real time while I talk to you all about the priming. So the first thing I've got to do is guide coat this black matte paint. You've seen me using this when I was using the filler. Got to use it a lot lighter on this. You get too much on, you're just going to be sanding away at it all day. I don't want to do that. It's all right when you're on the filler because your paper's a lot coarser and you're taking it off more. So, right, get this guy coated. Quite far away, quite dry. Don't want too much on. Okay, show you close up. So all there is really, I'll try and get out of the shadow. So all there is really is a really, really fine dust coat of that black on there. I'll go all over this for the 400, and then I'm going to bring in close and you'll see what this guide coat's doing. Guide coat, it's a guide for me, but it's also going to show all of the little pinholes and pits in the primer that you wouldn't see normally. Too small for the human eye. And this has to be done to every piece of the plastic that I've already done. The water, it just keeps all the paper lubricated. Some people put soapy or a bit of soap in it for washing up liquid. I don't mind that. That seems to work even better when you're rubbing off old paint, but new paint like this, I don't want to risk any chemical contamination, so it's just water and it's keeping the paper nicely lubricated. There's some without. This is just dry 400. Do a little bit on there. And you see how quickly the paper's just going to block up. So I'll just go through loads and loads of papers. Just keep it wet, so we've got to. So what problems did we have with the painting? Okay, so we did the primer first on the frame. Red up day, if you remember. I think it was nearly 30 degrees in that little painting booth that I made. The gun that I've got, that Clark gun, it's got a 1.4mm paint tip on it, nozzle. And really for filler primer you need 2mm or above. So I was struggling to get a proper wet coat on it. Come to the second cupful after I turned the frame over, and I was really struggling to get anything out of the gun at all. I had to bin one batch of paint, completely strip the gun down, and then I found one of those little built-in paint screens, like a particle screen at the bottom of the cup, and that was virtually solid with primer because it was a hot day. It was already starting to go off anyway, so I'm using the paper filters, so I binned that little plastic filter that goes in the bottom of the gun. That was obviously slowing the flow down. Mixed up another batch, and although it's recommended maximum of 15% thinning with thinners, I went to 20%, so it's pushing the limits really, but I needed to get it thinner so it could use the 1.4mm tip because my tip wasn't big enough. I wasn't going to go out and buy a new gun just for that. So I did manage to get it finished off that day. Now I left it for a few days, cracked on with the plastics. All that primer thinned at 20%, worked very well, and I got the frame back in again, and I tried a different setup, as you can see here. Now this time it's so that I can get around the whole frame without having to turn it and risk damaging it. So that worked really well, and I managed to get a really good heavy coat down of the primer, thinned down to 20%, and that is in the garage. That has still got to be flattered, but I'll show you that in a little bit. Like I said, all of the plastics are done. I'll show you them in a minute. What else have we learned? Well, I've had to knock up a little bit of a turntable, just so I can turn, I can put things on. Rather than me moving around with the gun, I can move the item I'm painting and stay still, which is better for the camera and it's better for me, and then risking knocking something. So I've done that. That seems to work okay. I've had to come up with better fixings for all those plastics. I can't be lifting stuff up and moving it all around. You see how much room I've got in there. So I've come up with some better fixings. I have tried them, and it does all work. It's just bits of like blue tack and bits of wood and stuff. We'll come to that later. Yeah, because I have had all the plastics back in there, and a lot of all the edges where I've sanded through, I was talking about, I've topped all that up with just white aerosol. The colour that we are going for is a very, very light colour. We'll show you that very shortly, hence why we've gone for a white primer. So I don't want any of the undersurface showing through. Don't know how opaque this paint is going to be, so it might show through. So even though it's all been done with filler primer, where I've rubbed through the edges, I've had to just cover it all again with aerosol and give it a really, really light rub down with 800, so it's super smooth again, and most of it is all covered up. So let's show you the close up. So we've gone 400 on this. Here we are. We're 400 has brought all that down. Now all of them black dots there, that is the guide coat that the 400's left behind. Now all of those there are just little tiny pits inside the surface with a primer, so it's not smooth, and if you paint on top of that it would show through. So this is where I'm going to switch over now to 600. Now I did say it's going to be a two-tone tone bike, didn't I? Two colours. Well, this mudguard and the two side fairings, not the big wings, just a little plastic panel that goes just below them, they are going to be a purple. It's like a plum purple. It's a RAL, one of the RAL, I can't remember the colour, is it? Yeah, RAL 4006 if you want to have a look on the colour charts. And the base colour is, I'm looking behind because I've got the tins over there, 9001 of the RAL colour chart, and that is cream, so it's going to be a cream and purple. The whole bike is going to be cream, front mudguard, and the two rear side fairings, the thin plastic bits that go below the wings, they're going to be purple. Hence why I've saved this till last. So I'm not too worried if I rub through too many times on this, because a dark colour is going to go over this. So right, 600, let's crack on. So where are we at? Right, we're looking pretty good now. Now we still have a few of the black dots left. Try and pick them up for you. Need to keep my finger in the shot because that's what it's focusing on. But all of these little black speckles, they are little tiny pits inside the primer where that black paint is still inside there. So we're not flat yet, but if we carry on rubbing too hard with 400 to 600, we're going to get straight through it. So now is the time to change over to 800 paper. So here we go again. There we go. After 800, we have got a lovely smooth finish now. That is absolutely beautiful. It's like glass. Yeah, all of that black guide coat has gone. You can see we've gone through. Told you we would. And all along the edges there, we've gone through. I'm not too bothered with this mudguard because this, like I said, is going to be a purple. So it's quite an opaque colour, so it's going to cover all that up. Yeah, so here he is, all in his white primer. If we go with 600 and give him a good rub down with that, and then we'll get him resprayed with some nice beige. Yeah, that'll be much easier than giving you a bath, won't it? Bloody dafty. Right, here we go then. So let's grab that mudguard, because those are the two side fairings that are going to be purple. Now you can see I've come up with these fixtures it's just going to make it easier for me while I'm in that booth, moving them around, painting them, and then I can move it out of the way without actually touching the part. Just some cans of soup, massed them up. Obviously the food side is down, I don't want to be poisoning myself, but yeah, just temporary fixing on them. All, like I've just showed you, beautifully smooth. And we are, these fixtures here, cast. Look how intricate these parts are, you can imagine how long it's taken. So we are actually going to get them painted today, but you'll see that later on. I did away with the hot melt glue. I was frightened of damaging them. Once I've painted these parts, actually taking the glue off, I was going to bend the plastic and then maybe crack the paint possibly. So I took it all off and I tried this as a Gorilla Tack. It's like a heavy duty blue tack, seems to be working pretty well. So yeah, here's the paint. It says violet there, but the actual colour is a traffic purple. It's like a plum. RAL 4006. It's all 2-pack, it's got to be activated, and the cream is a RAL 001. It says white there, but it is actually cream and purple. Right then, let's get on with the frame. It's been guide coated. You can see the straight lines there. A lot of the areas have been masked up, like I was saying earlier. I don't want the black anywhere near the edges. It means I've got to sand it. I'd rather stay away because we'll just go through it. But there we go, they're all just coated and underneath. And let's get this done today. Want to get this painted, crack on. The delivery, show you where this one's come from. This time it's from Cyprus. You know what it is? Let's have a look. Is it going to work, or are we going to be disappointed like last time? Brand spanking new. Oh, it fits that way. Are we going to fit? Holes lined up. Rupert is very happy. What an elusive search that has been. There we go. That is it. That is the last piece of the jigsaw.
I have to dispense with a full face mask. I need my glasses and I can't use them with a full face. Not recommended, but here we go. Right, it's time to get out of here. That's the first coat done.
Lovely, beautiful. Beautiful. the glove box pockets, or whatever you call them. This is pretty beautiful. Absolutely stunning. I mean, it's not perfect by any means, but for a random bloke in his garden, that ain't bad. That ain't bad at all. There's this one. A little bit problematic, this one. Yeah, that should flow out. There's a little bit of a ripple just underneath me on my finger. I don't know if you can see it or not. It might flow out, but it's just starting to go off now. But all of that is lovely. And then the problem area, which is there. Maybe some 1000 grit paper or something like that. When we come to do the frame, we can touch that in. a bit better, isn't it? Down this side, the inside's done, and then the front looks superb. Superb. Right then, these plastics here, they've been a bloody nightmare. The area on the back of these rails is really dry. A couple of runs as well. So I've let it go hard for 72 hours, give it an 800, all the way down to 1000, then give it a complete scuff over. Just give it a matte finish and give it another blow over. This foot panel, this seems bob on. But I've messed up a little bit of a run there, look. So it's okay, just let it go hard, probably 3 days, and then it can take a little bit of localised rubbing down and a bit of polish out. Then this knee panel has been a bloody nightmare. It's the same place is running over and over again. It's this it's a compound curve here, and it just gets too much paint on it. So we're going to have to let it dry off. Gonna have to sand that back, a little bit of a pull there. Have to sand it all back and then polish it out. Again, got another one there, but there's nothing you can do now until this paint is cured. You're only going to make it worse. A little tiny bit of fish eyeing just in there. I don't know if you can pick that up, but yeah, it's down to me. Not cleaned properly, but and I've got a little, let it go hard. I'll slice that off with a blade and polish it, blend it in here. Yeah, really difficult, these plastics, especially for an amateur like me. They're just such complex shapes. But the actual scooter himself, old Rupert, he looks fantastic. There's them wing repairs that we did. Let's have a look down that panel. Wow. That's the one that I did with you guys. Episode 4 was it, maybe? Done loads of work on the sills. That welding that we did underneath here. And he's now got the stone chip on top. This front panel, loads of dints and dents, quite a bit of knocking out there, quite a bit of rubbing down I've had to do. Just looks fantastic. Really does. I'm so happy. Don't forget, I am just an amateur, a bloke with a garage and a few tools, and this is what we've got. Wow, look at that. Right, I'm going to get out of here before I bloody touch something else. There comes a time when you just have to say, I'm leaving it alone. Right, that's the phone. I'll catch you in a little bit. It's the next day now. Just been out to inspect our work. Ooh, I'm very happy. Looks great. Bit late in the day for a colour change, but that's precisely what we've done. Yes, I've changed one of the colours. What's it going to be? You'll find out the next episode. We've got a few issues to deal with, a couple of runs, a little bit of dry and orange peel to deal with, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of polishing, just get it looking spot on. We'll show you how we're going to deal with that in the next episode, and then I guess we're going to have to get the steering tube and the engine into the frame. So until then, I'll see you soon.